That obviously was a clip of Anisha and Kunal a short while back. Now I'm very happy to say that in the time since then, they have actually come all the way here to Yashrad's studio, all the way here to our set. May I welcome Anisha and Kunal Kapoor. Okay. Cycling onto the stage.
Kunal?
Anisha's left behind actually. She's on her way.
Hi Kunal.
Hey, how are you?
Kunal, you could have waited.
I was wondering.
I got tired of waiting for you, yeah?
Hi Kunal.
How are you doing?
I was wondering what he'd done to you, Anisha, and where you'd suddenly disappeared.
How are you?
You know, I'm sorry, it's my first time in 15 years. He's a pro.
And Anisha, when you said you haven't cycled for a while, it shows.
Thank you. That's what I like to hear. Hey, Kunal, defend me.
Lance Armstrong. We've called her Lance Armstrong now. She's on her way to... Okay.
Yes. But anyway, now, Kunal, the super hot celebrity delivered as promised. Now you are on your own.
You're
As I
cycling
go,
back home
I'm going to try. It's my best effort.
You're going to manage?
I don't know.
You're not going to follow
You don't
the
have
stage?
Kunal with you now.
I know. That's what's frightening me.
Push her off. Go on, go.
Wait,
He gets
what's the bus?
you get a real send-off.
Okay.
Anisha,
Bye.
heads up.
Bye.
Kunal, thank you so much for coming and joining us. Come, let's go down there and head for the sofa.
Come,
Okay, Kunal, now we've known of you in many avatars, as I was saying just before you walked in. You've done theatre, obviously, you've run the Basanti. Obviously, everyone remembers you in that, and Aja Nestle and many of the films. Planning to make a documentary on global warming.
No, actually, I shot for a documentary on global warming, and it's called Vasundhara. And what was very interesting about actually was an eye-opener for me because, you know, we all talk about the environment and we all know what's happening with the environment and stuff. But when you see the actual facts in front of you, my first reaction was, oh my God, we're in big trouble.
Okay.
Because what it makes you realize is that you can't wait till tomorrow to do anything. You've got to do it today. There's no tomorrow. There's no day after. You know, we are at a very critical place in history. And if you don't do anything right now, then 10, 15 years later, the world is going to be one of those disaster movies. You know, as close as that, 15 years, 20 years later, we're going to be in a disaster movie, which is really, really scary. So it's not tomorrow, it's not day after. We've got to start making changes today.
Kunal, part of the problem when something is that big and it's that alarming and it worries you that much is that you end up doing nothing. You say, oh my God, this is too big, I can't deal with it, I'm going to the bar. And that sometimes is the reaction. So is there stuff that we can still do to prevent that from happening?
You know, I was talking to my cook yesterday, and he said something that was really interesting. And I was trying to explain to him that you shouldn't use plastic bags and stuff, and you know what it does to the environment. And his first reaction was, "हाँ भैया, ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, लेकिन सबको समझाएगा कौन? You know, सब समझेंगे थोड़ी ना." So what I told him was that it wasn't about everybody else. I said, you start incorporating the change yourself. You know, you start taking that one step yourself, and you start doing that one thing yourself, and the change will translate into a lot larger, bigger change. So it's about each one of us saying that I'm going to make that change in my life, as small as it may be, as inconsequential as it may seem, because if there's like 6 billion people making changes in their lives, then there's going to be a huge change. So it's about each and every individual trying to make that one single change.
So one of the other things, Kunal, that comes in is cycling to work and to shoots. Is that something that you actually do? Or was this?
No, I actually do that. I mean, it's my way of keeping fit as well, obviously.
Okay.
And
Double whammy, huh?
Yeah, double whammy, and it's really good for the environment as well. I mean, we use too much fuel. We don't really need to. I think carpools is a great idea. It may seem a little strange to begin with, but I think it's a great idea if like people get together and go to work in one car. It's not such a remote possibility. It's very easy to do. Secondly, cycling. You know, when you travel abroad, you go to countries and people are always on their cycles. They're skating, they're skateboarding, they're running. I think we've just become a country of really, really lazy people.
Oh, is it because we don't really have the right infrastructure? It is difficult to actually say, I'm going to cycle down to work 8 kilometers from here, or is it all a mindset?
No, I'm not saying you need to, you know, wear this fancy suit and tie and get onto your cycle and by the time you're there, you're all sweaty. But